Hi everyone, I'm bringing you my February wrap-up video. It's a bit late, but I have been very busy. University has been very draining. So for the month of February, my reads have been very short because I had a really long novel I had to read for class. So here are the books that I've read in between reading that long novel. Before I read that long novel, I had another long novel to read before the big movie comes out, which is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Most of you guys know the story of Pride and Prejudice. It's about the Bennet Sisters. They need to get married in like 19th century English society and all those manners. I honestly loved this book. It was so adorable and it was so funny at the same time. I never thought that I would like it, but I did. I audiobooked this, so that's one of the reasons why I got through it very quickly, because I honestly wouldn't read this without an audio. There is something about early 19th century writing that just gets on my last nerve. Directly after that, unfortunately, I read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which I have a review for this and the movie in another video that I will link below. Same literal effing story, but with zombies. Why? I don't know why I picked up this book. I had so much expectations from Seth Grahame-Smith, but he disappointed me with this one. I honestly skipped a few pages in this because it was so similar to the original book that, I didn't feel like I was reading anything new, except there was like a few zombies thrown in. After that, I read, this might get a little bit reflecty because of the covers, but after that I read the Saga of Darren, Shan, book 2 and 3. I've talked about this story before. 13-year-old boy gets turned into a half-vampire by Mr. Crepsley, aka my favorite character. I often wonder about these books, and I always say, like, they're children's books, but I understand why they're young adult books. These are pretty gruesome for, like, to be teen books. Like, children die in these. I was just so surprised all throughout. I really like these two books. I wanted to read, like, I set a goal that I would read 3 of these books, the Darren Shan Saga, 3 of them each month. But I've already read 2 because I wanted to get to other stuff. After that, another short book, Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Strange is all I want to say. It's a very strange book. I mean, I like it. I do not dislike it, but it was very strange, and the wordplay was just so funny and so confusing at the same time. Of course, you know the story of this little girl. Alice goes down the rabbit hole into Wonderland. It's a very strange place that I want to read through the Looking Glass before the movie comes out, though this copy is my friend's and she gave it to me because now she has the 2 books together. After that, I read a really short novel, Henry James by Daisy Miller by Henry James. I read this from my American literature too. I gave this novel a 3.5 out of 4. I don't know why. There was this attractive factor in it. This novel is about Winterburn, who's an American living in Europe, and he meets Daisy Miller, who is an American traveling to Europe, and how these societies clash with each other. It's not a really good book. There was some like attractive factor in it that just had me, oh, I'm intrigued. I want to keep going. Of course, I audiobooked this for like 1 whole day and I finished this in like a few hours. I don't know what was very attractive about this book. I hate Daisy Miller, but I love Winterburn, and everyone thinks otherwise. Daisy Miller is a very 50-50 character. You either love her or you either hate her. But yeah, Winterburn. But yeah, I liked Winterburn even though like everyone just seems to find him completely bland. But I like it. The last book I read for the month was a non-fiction, which I found at the used bookstore in like a really good bargain. Jane Austen's Guide to Good Manners. Compliments, Charades, and Horrible Blunders. I think if I were to read other Jane Austen books, I would, find this book a bit more entertaining because it references the other books a lot. But I was entertained by this book. It has really good illustrations on these. I would say this is a really good guidebook if we want to write about 19th century Regency era, because it tackles those like very, very explicitly, like the manners and how to dress and how to eat and how to dance and what do you do on these stuff. Yeah, I didn't know how to read this book because I couldn't really say how much I enjoyed it. It was funny a bit, but it wasn't like funny, if you get what I mean. So those were all the books that I've read for the month of February. They're not much, but I enjoyed reading them, and I'll see you guys in the next video.